here.
Okay, now when I look at example A, I'm going to just snip that in real quick. There's an important difference. Example A has a less than right there, whereas yours has an equal to. So this is actually not an inequality over here on the left.
Okay.
But you know, we'll do the problems you want to do, but and this is the last point I'll make is example B. Well, that's a greater than or equal to. Okay. All right, so let's look at this problem on the left. I'm going to just copy it into a fresh screen space here. I hope you've got pencil and paper out. Definitely will ask you to help.
I got the paper.
Excellent, excellent. All right, maximize that. Okay, just trying to switch colors here. Okay, so the when you have a problem like this, you take that last number 3 and you're looking for numbers that multiply to 3. So what numbers multiply to 3?
1.
1 and 3. Okay.
Yeah, 1 and 3.
And then the second thing is they need to add to -4. So what is 1 plus 3?
4.
4. Is that -4?
No, normal 4.
Normal 4. I like that. So now, are there any other numbers that multiply to 3? And the answer is yes. Maybe if you haven't seen this in a while, it's -1 and -3. What does -1 and -3 add up to?
2.
-4.
-4.
So these are the right pairs. They're not really a pair, but they're 2 numbers. So it becomes x minus 1, x minus 3 equals 0.
Yeah. That's right.
So you want to write down everything that I've written, okay, for this problem. And if you don't write everything down,
I'm writing everything down.
I'll try to prune it a little bit, but okay.
Right now I'm going to write it down.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, so you got that down. Fantastic. So you actually set each of these equal to 0. You set x minus 1. Oops, I got the wrong color.
I'm sorry about that.
X minus 1 equal to 0. And x minus 3 equal to 0. So you set both factors equal to 0. And then you solve for x. So to do that, you're going to add 1 to both sides here. And they're going to add 3 here.
Okay.
And this last line here is your final answer. That's what your instructor is looking for.
Okay.
So let me know when you get all this down, please.
Yeah. Okay, I got that down.
Okay, does your instructor, well, let's just keep going here. So let's look at the next problem.
So yeah, the instructor wants to make that like a same problem from the example above. It's from the example above. We just need to make that into different problem sets.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that does make a huge difference.
Yeah, that's why he wants us to do this, because there's gonna be a quiz.
Right, but like what I don't know is does the instructor mean less than or equal to or greater than or equal to for this one? Or less than or greater than? Do you know?
I don't know.
It doesn't say, like I'm looking this over and
Oh wait, you have to state the solutions.
yeah, and we just did that. It's 1 and 3.
Yeah, okay.
Let's just keep going here. I mean, I'll try to add some depth to this, but let's see if we can get through this. So this is number 2. Number 2 here. You need to find
Yeah.
numbers that multiply to 4. Okay, but then add to -5. Okay, so for example, 1 and 4. Okay,
Okay.
but what do they add up to? What is 1 plus 4?
5.
5. Very good. We want -5 though. So what if we make these both negative? What is -1 plus -4?
-1 plus -4. It is -5.
Perfect. So that's our answer here. It's x minus 1, x minus 4 equals 0.
Yeah.
So now you set each of these terms equal to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you add 1 to both sides. So you have x equals 1, add 4, x equals 4.
Ah, okay. Okay, I'm good. I'm writing that down. I need to write some
Okay,
space.
sounds good.
Okay, there we go.
Got all that down?
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to change the next problem because we definitely need to we definitely need to do some inequalities. So I'm going to make a small change to number 3. Okay, so this is number 3. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to make it a less than or equal to.
Wait a minute. I think I know what. Wait. I think I know. Oh, wait. Okay, maybe yeah.
This is a good problem for us to work on. Okay.
But what from number 1 and number 2?
Well, we don't know. I mean, the goal here is to gently increase the difficulty. And I think we've done that. So let's start with the problem this way. You're definitely going to need to factor again. Okay. In fact, it says that in the instructions, it's just a factor. So you need to, numbers need to multiply to 9, but they also need to add to 10. So what 2 numbers multiply to 9?
When 2 numbers multiply to 9?
Yes.
Multiply to 9.
For example, 1 and 9 and 3 and
3 and 3.
So you've got to add both of them up, and you want the one that adds to 10.
Yeah.
Which of these numbers adds to 10?
Which one of these numbers adds to 10?
Yeah. Over here on the right. I'm literally asking you, Sourish, what is 1 plus 9?
1 plus 9, yeah, it's 10. And instead of making what is this called? This to the 0?
The less than or equal to?
Yeah, switch that to greater than and less than to equal greater than and equal to 9, because that's what it is. Because I just checked the examples, and if there's a greater number in there, then you have to put that. But if there's a greater number at the right, then if there's a greater number to the right, then you just put the greater or less than.
We're gonna do this problem this way, and we'll change the next one to a greater than or equal to. So we get some practice with both.
Okay.
Okay, so do you see that 1 plus 9 adds up to 10? So your pairs, which aren't really pairs because they're different, it's x plus 1, x plus 9, less than or equal to 0. Do you follow how we did that next line? It came from the work over here on the right.
Yeah.
So let me know when you get all this copied down, because it's important. It's hard to move.
I think you're right. You know what? My mistake. You're right. You just have to put less than or equal to 0.
It's not that I'm right, Sourish. It could actually be the other way also. There's 2 ways to ask the question. There's 2 different questions here.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want you to do next is to set each of these equal to 0. And I want you to solve for the x values. We need the x values.
Okay.
What does x equal and what does the x equal?
Right there. That's 1 and x equals 9.
-1 and -9.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is where the problem gets different from the last one. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is create a little more space. I'm going to actually have to graph this. But rather than graphing it, I'm going to use Desmos and grab a snip of this. So give me just a moment here. I want to show you the graph here of this. Cancel. Sorry, this one has a weird, it's kind of narrow. Let me grab a snip. Okay, so here is the graph of this original problem. X squared plus 10x plus 9 less than or equal to 0. So this symbol right here, that you had some questions about that. It's stated less than or equal to.
Okay.
Less than or equal to. That's what that symbol means. Okay.
Okay.
Now we just found that x is -1 and x is -9. Do you recall doing that in the previous step right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So when it says less than or equal to, here's what you're looking for below the x-axis. Here is the x-axis right here. Do you see that the part that I'm about to put in, I don't know, I guess I'll use this blue. Do you see that this part is below the x-axis that I'm tracing? It's under.
Yeah.
You follow that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So the solution to this is all the numbers from -1, I'm sorry, from -9 to -1, all the numbers between them.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so in terms of what you need to copy down, this is the answer, but your instructor needs to see all of these steps, some sort of a graph, and this right here.
Okay. All right.
And I know there's a lot there, so I mean, take your time to get through it in terms of writing it down.
Okay.
Do you think you have everything down for that one?
Yeah. Wait. I'm just keep on writing it.
Okay,
So
sounds
wait,
good.
there's. Yeah, yeah, okay. I think I remember what it means. I remember what does that symbol mean.
Um,
Is that is
what is your question?
I know what you're doing. So 9 is not -9 1 because for 0 it needs to be added up to 1. So both of them are negative. So that's why.
They're both negative because of the work we did up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me know when you're ready to move on to the next question when you get all this down.
Let's move on to the next question.
All right. So the next question here is, I'm gonna snip it, but we're gonna rewrite it. So it's because it's written kind of weird for you. Okay, so let's just do this slightly differently. Let's go x squared greater than or equal to x plus 2. Okay,
Mhm.
and the first thing you should notice is that there's stuff on both sides. We really need to move everything to one side of the equation.
Mhm.
So you do that by subtracting. Sorry, that moved too fast. X squared minus x minus 2 greater than or equal to 0.
Mhm.
Okay, now you're looking for numbers. Sorry, let me get this here. You're looking for multiply to -2, but they have to add to -1.
Okay.
Do you know what it might be?
Let me just quickly write this down.
Okay.
Okay, I wrote it down.
Okay, so think about two numbers that multiply to -2, like 1 and -2.
Okay.
But it could also be -1 and +2. So which of these adds to -1?
-1 plus 2.
So the second one adds to +1.
Mhm.
1 plus -2 adds to -1. So we want this first pair of numbers.
Okay.
So this becomes x plus 1, x minus 2 greater.
Will happen.
So you set each of these equal to 0.
Mhm. Yeah.
Could you give me the x values for each one?
Okay, so for that, x equals -1 and x equals +2.
+2.
Let me
Yeah.
just quickly write this down, and
Okay.
then we can just get all the way over this. Okay, I wrote it down.
All right. So the graph of this, a rough sketch of the graph, is that the at -1 it hits 0 and at 2 it hits 0. So it looks something like this.
Okay.
Now this time, this symbol, I've said it a few times, it's a greater than or equal to, greater than or equal 2.
Hmm.
And when it's a greater than or equal to, we want the region above instead of below.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So this time, if we say bracket -1 comma 2, this is the area that's below. We don't want that this time.
Mhm.
This is wrong. What we want instead is the area above. Now the area above is -infinity to -1, 2 to infinity.
Okay.
So
Wait
when
a
you,
minute. Is that the what is that thing called?
it's called the union operator. It's
Oh.
when you're doing above, it's going to be a union for these types of problems.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna write this down, and this is gonna be good.
Sounds good.
So that's a solution set, right?
Exactly. You said that perfect.
Okay. I wrote that down.
Great. So you ready to move on to the next problem?
Hmm.
Excellent. All right, so let me grab it here.
Okay.
And snip it in. Again, very strange that your instructor did not make these inequalities. So we're going to make this a less than or equal to.
So we can pick any symbol we want, right?
No. The instructor is supposed to give you the symbol. They're supposed to tell you this, that you're not supposed to pick it.
Mm.
It's weird. It's like the instructor didn't know. So just like in the last problem, we need to move everything to one side or the other. X
Mhm.
squared minus 4x minus 5 less than or equal to 0.
Okay.
So now we need to find two numbers that multiply to -5, but add to -4.
Okay.
So can you think of two numbers that multiply to -5?
1 and 5.
1 and 5 multiply to 5, not -5.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, that right there, it is gonna be -5.
So yeah, -5, because 1 plus -5 gets you to -4. And that's what we want. So this is right. So we go x minus 1, I'm sorry, x plus 1, x minus 5, less than or equal to 0.
Mhm.
So now you have to set each of these equal to 0.
Okay.
So can you give me the x values for each of these?
The x values.
Yes.
Okay, so the x values for these right there, the x values is -1,
Okay, that's good. And then
5.
perfect. So again, the graph here of this, which is pretty important, it's there's a point at -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, and the graph looks like something like this.
Mhm.
-1 and 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, do we want the below or above? So for less than or equal to, we want below. For greater than or equal to, we want above.
Okay.
So in your problem, you want the below because it's less than or equal to.
Yeah.
You want below, which is all of this region below here. So your answer is -1 to 5 because it's below.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, and that right there is -1 and 5.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me know when you get all this down.
Can you scroll up?
Sure.
Okay, got it down.
Great. So we can move on to a new question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. 6 is a good one. Yeah, 6 is good. What do you think is the hardest part about all this, Sourish?
The hardest part.
Yeah, what do you think makes these difficult?
Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I not. You know what? I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I was just asking for your opinion. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer here. It's like, what do you think? When you look at this, why is this difficult?
Okay, that is one of the easiest problems right there.
Okay. I'm not sure why you would say that because they're all
Because
kind of,
we did the previous ones that are the same, like that.
that's true. They're all the same. You're gonna factor all of them.
Yeah.
Do you want to try factoring this on your own?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So again, you're trying to find two numbers that multiply to 36, but this time add to -12.
All right, I got this. Okay, x plus 1 and x plus 36. Uh,
1 plus 36 is -12. So that's no good.
oh.
Okay, so they actually have to both be negative because you got to get a negative number over here. Okay, so like -2 and -18, -3 and -12, -4 and -9, -6 and -6. And you'll notice the last one actually works. So you get x minus 6, x minus 6 greater than or equal to 0, x minus 6 equals 0 when x is 6. And this is the solution. This is the only value that makes this work.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and get this down. That'll probably do it for us tonight. But go ahead and get this down and we'll
Yeah. Okay. I'm good. Okay. All right.
okay, why don't you let your dad know we're all done for tonight?
All right, Dad.
Hello, hi.
Dr. Kithari, so tonight we worked on quadratic inequalities. There were really two types. There were greater than or equal to, and then less than or equal to. And then as sort of a subtopic, we worked on factoring tonight as part of that. These problems were very difficult for Sourish. He followed along, but they have a lot of steps, a lot of things that work together to be able to do these. So it would, I know I say this every time, but these are like, this is actually the time where you really got to have him redo the problems tonight in the morning. It really will help to make sure he understands. You guys know I send you the notes right away here after the lessons, or at least by end of night.
Yeah.
And just the only way you're going to learn this is to try and work through these on your own.
Okay, Shaurish, you got it. You have to keep practicing. You have to look
Excellent.
at the email that he's going to send later tonight. Unless you practice, you will not become good with this. This is very important. Okay, all
I
right.
agree. Yep. Well said.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So are we good for next week at the same time?
I think so. Next week, let me see 1 second. I think 10th and 12th. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. I will see you guys then.
Okay then. Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Bye now.
Bye.